To understand what's wrong with pride, it's necessary to take a ride back to the heyday, the gay days of pride. We marched back then for family and friends. The family was all of us. The friends were getting beaten for walking while gay or trans. Strangers in vans with rage coursing through their glands. We marched back then simply for the right to walk one day in the streets without expecting a fight. To marry a lover whether their gender was like, to enter a business without being greeted with spite. I remember what they said, it seemed crazy at best. These people will come for your children next. They want everyone gay in dresses and heels. They are sexual predators, vaguely concealed. Now, it wasn't true then, but what can I say, because some of that shit has come true today. As a bi woman, my life always had choice. I could easily hide or I could lend my voice. It wasn't me getting beaten and treated as less, but the rainbow was one family then, and we joined to impress. Religious fanatics raged full of fear. What did it mean that the people were queer? Well, we could answer them then, but we certainly can't today, because queer is undefined, a sort of oppression points catch-all that mostly hetero people claim. I'm different though, I can't be defined. I'm a fairy, a cat, and sometimes inspired. In the 90s they asked us, where's the straight pride parade? At last now they have one, except they all dress for gay. Our rainbows came out mostly at one time of the year, outside of the gayborhood that is, where we did what we want and drank extra gay beer. We were never looking for a world of rainbow vomit and patronization. We've been hijacked by Walmart and become a moms raising trans trophies nation. But I'll tell you a secret you may have missed, and this will make a few people pissed. Kids who are gay and trans, well, they always knew. No suggestion was needed to offer a clue. It's not because a kindergarten teacher informs you of choice that you suddenly find that gay or trans voice. The problem is that in a world starved of love, reinforcements from strangers can be an addicting drug. Nobody tells them that change and growth are hard, that the body and brain can feel lost in the dark, that at times we all feel we are like no one else. But the truth is, young person with all of your quirks, not everyone means well. Some are desperate for value and others are jerks. We celebrate all who find the truth of their self. Gay, trans, at all, may you find comfort and health. You should know that announcing a label or name doesn't change the despair you may feel in your brain. Our kids aren't all gay, they aren't all queer and trans, but we permitted a culture where straight kids face bans. Now what does this do? Well, it's the reverse of before. Gay people aren't pretending to be straight anymore. Now it's the straight kids hiding as queer who just wanted a right to be close to their peers. And while my generation enjoyed a healthy mix of all orientations and things in betwixt, this next generation is being bullied to bow to rainbow insignia and forced pronouns. They are being programmed to believe they are all trans or gay, and I have to speak up and say this isn't the way. Just step back for a moment and listen to your child. They know who they are. Isn't that wild? No 18-year-old gay or trans kid suddenly realizes this fact because a bully on Tumblr shamed them for their lack of alternate identity and oppression points, but these are the choices the bully anoints. I stand strong with real community, but my rainbows are down. Our community is now a caricature, a buffoon, a clown, a market for products, our history a joke, Stonewall forgotten in the rubble of woke. Now there's one other thing I dread to say, and it's what our detractors said back in the day. Soon they will normalize pedos as fine, and I used to mostly laugh at this ridiculous line, 'cause we knew there was no agenda as such, and this was basically a desperate clutch to keep us out from rightful places without fear of battered faces. Today it is 2022, and have I got a baffling story for you. Drag is now for kids. Loved it back in the day, but it was never for kids in any shape or way. And there's something else in line. The move to include minor attracted as fine. Imagine my shock even speaking these words as they destroy age of consent and then call us the groomers. We never wanted your kids. We never asked you to change. We only wanted to love in our own special way. We protected kids at all costs, and we thought they did too, but they've hijacked our cause to have agendas pushed through. Some of us see it and some of us are scared, but we cannot allow truth to be impaired. LGBTQ kids exist, but our numbers are smaller than what CNN suggests to gather that dollar. Let straight cis kids exist without having to be queer as the only means of denouncing their fear. The point of the rainbow was that we all exist together. Community makes us better. But it has made us quite vulnerable to the abuse of our letters. We weren't virtue signaling in '93. We took one fucking day to celebrate and be. The rest of the year, we just lived our lives, sometimes challenging, but apparently more wise. We came from far places to gather that day, a reminder of invisible family and a safe place to play. We didn't sexualize children, we didn't shame anyone for not being gay. We were allies and community strong, but also nurses, doctors, and journey people the whole year long. We had parts of our life that didn't scream gay, because we're actually just people in every kind of way. As a bi chick, I always saw myself as an ally because compared to my friends, I was not going to die. My healthcare was unrestricted, my job unaffected, my life mostly blessed, and my self-acceptance perfected. And never in my life ever once can I say that I tried to convince a person in distress they were gay, or trans or bi, and here's the reason why. A journey of self-discovery takes you many places. On that adventure, you may wear many faces. Eventually, you'll find the one that fits, and it's not because all your teachers are mixed. It's become an embarrassment to be white, cis, and straight. People assume you are riddled with hate, finding ways to deflect by adopting a label, something, anything that proves you don't enable. There are white cis 20-somethings on Twitter right now telling me I don't understand what the fight is about. They are decked out in rainbows and the colors of Ukraine. You couldn't miss them if you tried, but if you miss them, they go insane. You can't be a lesbian now. They are coming for you too. Your exclusive desires will be used against you. Lesbians are the new phobes because they meant what they said. They liked the biology of a woman and preferred no penis in bed. It's not true for all, but it never had to be the case. Women have the choice to choose whom they taste. Now, if you're a plain old lesbian who won't transition to man, you must be a TERF or a hetero stan. You are never just you with all of your choices. You must now bear the weight of everyone's voices. Now there's two other issues that bring me distress. First, shows made for kids should include police checks and vetting, not dollar bills, G-strings, and basically petting. This was not something we hoped to achieve, but it's happened and our community has been deceived. They are breaking us from the inside with each grander claim, a process that can only lead to blame. They will say that we did this because they gave us a day, that we came for their kids and want everyone gay. They will blame us for predators who took advantage of our zest for reinforcement, special treatment, and a virtue signal personal best. We're just regular folks, some with rainbows and some without, and it's frankly no business of yours if we're out. We fought for choice, human rights, and truth. We weren't trying to convert, lecture, or be uncouth. Please stop marketing to us like we are some tribe with a tight set of rules to which we all subscribe. Most of us don't need a pat on the head just for being who we are when we get out of bed. This leads to the last point I dare to speak. Feminism has eaten itself and become, well, weak. Seems the old trans and new trans aren't the same. Old trans always knew despite being shamed. They were who they were because it was the only choice. Some knew it from birth even before they had a voice. But now it's a phenom which swallows our young girls who are told at 15 they've been wrong about their world. That disdain for your body, it means you must be trans and not neurodiverse, but definitely a man. And after fighting as women for hundreds of years to earn money, vote, and find support from our peers, we find that the new trans is different than the old. The solidarity and inherent support we shared has been sold. It wasn't sold by us, but it was sold by greed, and we let it happen and falsely believed that one day we would be normalized, unnoticed at the store, but what's coming for us will be so much more. In the end, we will implode, a bonanza of rainbows, glitter, and gold. Our detractors will say, see, these freaks came for our kids. And make no mistake, it's our detractors that did this. They fought fire with fire, rainbows with rainbows. They've manifested their fears and played us like a chess game. And suburban moms can't tell us apart from the old guard of pride to the new corporate tide. They will still let their kids on any ride. They own our movement now, and they're burning it to the fucking ground. They lit us from the inside out. The thirst for justice points is real, creating a crack that will never heal. Farewell to my pride and the memories of the past. Hello to the pride chaos that surely won't last. And to that kid who can hear me, please know it's okay if you're trans or not trans, gay or not gay. That push that you feel to join or to be shunned is just what we fought against when we were young. You don't have to join us to take up our cause. Just don't be a jerk and avoid the applause. Rights are inherent for one or for none, and being exceptional does not mean you've won. Life is much more than who or how you love. It's about character and nuance and rising above. The pressure to be mainstream, the drive to be unique, the one-upping for points you can never redeem. I guess what I'm saying is, it's not as difficult as it seems. These agendas aren't needed to fulfill your dreams. Be a good person, gay, trans, or straight. We will never be able to regulate hate, but we also don't have to participate. We're all just people, gay, bi, trans, and straight.